My fellow South Africans, I know you don't like hearing that. The last time you heard that, your lives changed, and we had to jump straight into the new year. Well, it's the 31st today. My name is Lata, the founder and CEO of Ellen Wines, and as usual, I thought, how do I end this year, man? As bad as it was, and as tough as it is, I thought I should invite a good friend of mine for a drink. And share experiences of the year and talk about how 2020 was for him, for myself, for everybody else, over beautiful glasses of wine. We're not sure how many we're going to have, maybe more glasses or more wine, more bottles, who knows, Thato is a special guest. I know a lot of you guys are happy to see him. My man, welcome to my space.
Gentle brother.
You know how we do the space, man.
Oh yeah, guys. I love your intro, fellow South Africans.
Fellow South Africans. Hey, man. How you doing, man?
Man, you know what? Get grand. But I've got a lot of mixed feelings about this year.
Who doesn't, man? Who doesn't?
Didn't this year feel like the first time Oshala Cherry and then she said no to you?
I have never experienced that.
Ever?
No.
No, this guy is lying. Unless it means whenever your shelling came, because now I think I will try it out 5 times in a month.
When almost it was a hobby.
No, it was to sharpen the skill.
It was a sport.
Kochola is a sport by itself.
It was a sport, but hey, man.
But happy 2020, man.
Happy 2020, whatever that means, man.
Yeah,
whatever that means. The beautiful thing is we've got very beautiful liquid to take us through it. So we hope that we can do it the best way, man. I know you like your white.
My brother.
I know you like your white.
My brother.
Let's do best.
Ayobanes. Guys, please do not try this at home. I get a little real about it. Sleep at 9 and pray at 12.
Yeah, sleep at 9 and pray at 12 with some ice.
I don't know how that's gonna work.
Yeah, I mean, this year, everything that we're trying it new, man. It's like, it's who knows, ever knew. Last year, this time, we were all saying, what was the slogan again?
20 plenty.
It was
and it was plenty of corona.
It was plenty.
My brother, let me say firstly, cheers.
Yeah, man.
But I want to ask you,
you never do that, That's
really?
2021 just went down the drain.
Oh, man.
Every time you toast, you don't put it down until you take a sip. It's said to be bad luck if you do that.
No, for sure. But now, I have also been following what you've been busy with this year. You were busy. Like, when I say a man who was busy, not sleeping, a lot of people were sleeping on their own dreams, but you decided not to. And I know that I'm the guest, you hosting me, but why was that?
No, the reason that I decided to call you to be the guest is because I knew you'd take over. Some of us, last time I tried to do this, I was sitting there trying to interview people. I was like,
what's that like?
This thing has got its own people, So, but yeah, man, 2020 for me, mixed emotions, man.
Yeah.
It was like opening a bottle of wine that, you had stored badly for a long time, but you were looking forward to it. But you didn't store it right. You didn't open it right. You had it at the wrong moment. 2020 was like that.
But I saw you in quite a lot of events.
Yeah.
That were opening up.
Yeah.
I see that you're spreading the brand.
Yeah.
But you are in the forefront of your business.
Yeah.
Because a lot of business people don't do that. They build something and they say someone else must run with it.
Yeah.
Why is it that you feel? Is it because it carries your name or inside?
No.
Or that you just maybe enjoy the wine?
No, but really, for me, it was never a span,
Yeah.
LN has never been a job or has never been a business,
Yeah.
I discovered what they call passion business, and I would like to use it. It's a passion business.
PB.
Yeah. And it only started being a business as it started growing.
Yeah.
And I couldn't handle it anymore. I needed to be professional about it. I needed to have a team. I needed to have full staff, Then I realized, actually, I'm running a business,
But they say black people in teams, they never works. How are you making it work? Or it's just that maybe we feel like a wine all the time?
No. I've been privileged to be in a lot of other businesses that you deal with a lot of people. So the experience has been there for a very long time.
Okay.
So I'd like to say I work very well with people.
What other business are you running? I saw my shop, I know Paisa Dignified, Lobido.
Yeah.
No, regular weight loss.
I'm in the petrol station space as well.
Okay.
So that is the everyday, that's work.
Okay. Can we have a suit?
Yeah, well, overall.
Isa.
Overall, I remember when I bought my first station, my wife said, "What are you gonna do with all the suits?" Because all of a sudden you can't rock up back a suit to, tell a petrol. Yeah, But my background has always been business.
Okay.
My first ever business was the taxi industry. You don't get schooled from any other industry than that.
Were you a taxi?
Yeah, my mom. And it was preparing me for today. I always like telling people that moment prepared me for today and the future.
So, were you like the Mageza?
Yeah.
Ugla driver taxi?
Yeah.
Wow.
Come on. That's how I learned to drive.
And what was your first taxi? Was it a Isuzu? Was it a high AC?
No. It was. I remember the first one I ever drove, Kitty E20, those old school ones, but then
my grandfather used to have that.
Yeah. Then, business group, regular with the Hilux. I remember it had my name and mom at the back.
Can we give this man a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen?
Those were good times. But I remember my duty was to just take it to the taxi rank in the morning.
Yeah.
So it picks you book lines.
Yeah.
You book at position. So I drive it there, book a position, go back. Then school. But that weekend, then valid driver. And it was very interesting. So imagine that, at that age. I mean, I was fairly young.
But now, there's always been this misconception, and I say misconception because it's true. There is a misconception that the taxi business is a rough business, that there is no good, that it's disorganized, it's not organized. Because I get it a lot of times in the news that I'm like, these are everyday men that wake up at 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, go to the taxi rank, transport over 65% of the country's economy, and then go home and feed their kids.
And raise people like myself.
Yeah.
So of course it's got its challenges, which is why we...
Like any other business.
Yeah. The reason that when I then became old enough to then be responsible and take over, my mom was like, hell no. I can't put you in this space.
Yeah.
That's when we got rid of that business. Because it was way dangerous. It was at the height of taxi
violence.
So we got rid of that business because of that element. But you're right, a lot of families till today, man, are raised by that. I mean, you don't necessarily have to be directly involved. I remember sometime the president said is that they are the backbone of our industry. It's true. You don't want to say that out loud, but...
when they went on strike.
Yeah, everything went...
Shut down.
Yeah.
Because of Ranyatsa, the impact that day.
Yeah.
But I'm positive. When you were like 15, do you remember your first girlfriend? Since well, Banyana never saw Khani and everything.
I think I was a late bloomer. 15. Next I only 15.
Was I like 15? Oh, no, you know that even our camera guys, never at the age of 10.
Yeah, now.
Both of them.
Now things. Age of 10. 15. Nah.
Okay, 20?
Well, no, just no, not that late, man. I know, not that late.
No, I thought you said you went into business early, so then maybe you focus on the taxi business.
Yeah, no, but not that late. Yeah, but I remember my first. I do.
Okay. Do you remember the first things you said to her?
I probably didn't say much. I don't say much.
So when I was and then you're like,
I don't remember.
You look like a guy that used to like James Bond. Because James Bond is the guy that never used to say much.
Not really. I've never actually been.
My name is Bond.
No, I've never been that guy. I've always been that guy by the corner who's quiet. And everybody talks a lot the whole night. And when...
You know, there's this guy, and he's into film, and he's like, I don't drink. Nah? So this guy, he doesn't drink. And it's like, you can imagine that if everyone goes to a party, I'm the designated driver.
Yeah.
So if you are there with your women, chief, and you are getting drunk, what do you think happens?
Well, that wasn't the case. For me, it was like, but why is he so quiet, And I was genuinely quiet. Well, I am. you know,
Okay.
in social spaces. But funny enough, the wine just opened me up.
This guy wants to cast himself in the show.
And I thought it would happen. Sorry, guys. Kisama.
Kisama. You know when it's summer, I didn't see and they're all over the show.
They like good things.
But now I see it's Ellen celebrating the legacy of family.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, lockdown came in with different dynamics. One of them was a lot of us were spending more time with our families, which was super fantastic. And how did Ellen play a role in the family time? Has anyone ever shared a story to say, hey man, I bought your wine and during lockdown, Joe, me and my wife got to catch up drinking the red wine or the white wine?
Not really. Funny enough, people they share stories, but I need to hear those would be very nice. If anybody has a good story to tell, I would love to hear it. You probably get a free case of wine to make more stories.
Do you not think that maybe you were part of the reasons why people made babies this year?
That I can believe. Those are the only stories I get.
I'm sure there's probably going to be more babies born this year than any other year.
Good. I've got stories of, I don't like wine. I've never been a wine person, but I bought your wine. Now I like it. My wife doesn't drink white. She drinks red, but damn, she loves your white.
Okay.
Those stories I get, which is the whole point I went into the space, is to come up with a beautiful made wine that can introduce our people to good quality wines.
Okay.
I didn't want to come in and say, here's wine that tastes. You know how these languages they use.
Yeah, boro, man. I mean, that's how I roll.
No, I didn't want to. I wanted somebody to say, I've never drank wine. And I sit down with them like this. I open a bottle and I take you through it. And after we are done, you're like, wow, actually, I can drink wine.
Greatest achievement this year?
My greatest achievement this year truly has been, sounds cheesy, but surviving.
Surviving.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of businesses that came and are not surviving. And I was thinking about it yesterday when a friend of mine said, what's going to happen now with this wave? And I thought, at this point, I'm grateful that I have that worry, that where's my business going? Not my business is closed down.
Yeah.
And I've seen so many friends around me in different spaces that haven't survived, Even myself, from the petrol station side, I took a huge knock, So to have survived, it's at the top of my list.
Yeah.
And the rest is really how we've managed to grow through
the pandemic. Call it what it is. The shit.
Yeah, and we've managed to grow, man. I mean, LN in Jan or last year this time, it wasn't LN.
Yeah.
Was
it just L?
You didn't know it. You see what I mean? So this year has really been, there's been a silver lining.
Yeah.
Which I really must be thankful for. So my achievement really surviving and having to let the brand grow and see it just develop itself.
I think a lot of people, man, I think they were conquered by fear. I think fear crippled a lot of people. For me, from a financial perspective, hit a lot of knocks. This was probably one of the worst years ever. It reminded me, I had no place to stay. Ke dula ko Bramfontein, ke sa ncenga, re dula re le 80 mo fleteng. Ke doshitse ko ga Thato Molamu, I'm going to register show. As I had already packed a much bigger bag and I disappeared. I was not coming back. I was coming to the city of lights. Yeah. But this year for me was a very good year. I got to achieve a lot of things that, I graduated.
Oh yeah, man! I saw that. Beautiful. That was very inspiring.
It inspired. I even inspired myself when I saw the video. I'm like, hey man, I can't believe you did it.
Yeah.
And then immediately after that, and it was a business course, and then immediately after all those learnings, I put them into practice.
Yeah.
Just when lockdown hit, got to be at Durban International Film Festival that was online. Got to do the Pengov Challenge, which you were part of. And we only prepared that in like 3 weeks. We only had 3 weeks to prepare that.
Yeah.
And man, so many other big shifts. Got closer even with family.
Yeah.
But I got to realize that I cope very well under pressure.
Really?
Yeah. With the things that happened to me this year, I shouldn't be smiling and being happy with everybody.
Yeah.
A lot happened.
Yeah, no.
So you talk about surviving.
Yeah, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for a lot of things, man. One of them is not having to have had anybody directly.
Yeah.
In my family affected by the whole COVID thing.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been very lucky in my family.
What's your blood type? Maybe Achi always says, and he drinks lingana.
Yeah, I didn't like Moringa blind. But you know how it is, man.
Gotta be true. Bro.
Supply.
Gotta be true. So what do we look forward to 2021?
2021, man, it's beautiful things. My LN really, it's very uncertain times, you know. I was sitting down with my team and we were saying, what are we planning for next year, which is tomorrow, you know, and throughout. And it was difficult to give a
definite answer.
A definite leadership answer. You know, because you are thinking, really, where are we going? You know, is this thing going to go on for another year, another 2 years? You know,
we'll still survive, my brother.
We'll make it. We will survive, but that's when our question of legacy is questioned.
Yeah.
What happens if I'm not around? Have we prepared the guys to carry on? Because those are the kind of things we really need to start thinking about. That tomorrow, anything, you know. So it's not like back then when you're planning, you say, "What's my 30-year plan, my 10-year plan, 5-year plan?" Now you're thinking tomorrow. Yeah. Will I be here to carry the brand? Will I be here to lead? Will I be here to make sure that it goes to the next level? You know. Yeah. So what are we looking forward to for 2021? Is really being amazing, man. Yeah. Carrying on every day like we don't have challenges. Yeah. You know, and implementing them in the spaces that we are limited to. Because now, being in the space we are in, you can imagine all our marketing ideas had to be changed. Because we are a brand that is driven by numbers. Yeah. We are a public brand. We need to be in public spaces. We need to be in crowds. We need to be out there. Now, with this whole change, your whole marketing strategy changes, which is why I don't.
Ah, man, I'm joking.
If you want to drink, invite yourself over. Then do not talk.
Yeah. No, for sure. But I'm looking forward to 2021. Actually, I always look forward to every single new year because I know that it always brings new beginnings. Yeah. You know, in a new age, it means it's a new age. You know, so plenty of opportunities for you to thrive and explore and exploit a lot of things. Yeah. So this was just the first start. And I think this is our third meeting since the golf, and then we met at the next and the other golf, and now we're here. And I want to keep saying that people must know, I naturally will call you the day before, but just to show you your level of agility, but the businessman in you says, Kiatla. And that by far grows a lot of people's businesses, and many don't know that. So conversations over wine.
Conversations over wine, it's something that we're definitely going to do. Yeah. And this is not only about having casual conversations with a friend of mine like this one, really. It's about bringing two different people from different worlds together over a bottle of wine in between, which is what Ellen is about. It's about a 50, 60-year-old guy who's done it all, made it, failed, come back, and he's still doing it. Sitting here with me, he's drank wines in Italy, the best bottles. But he sits down and has an LN with me and enjoys it and shares his experiences with me.
You must actually go and have this in Bordeaux, the land of wine. You must just go take it
and take it there, right?
Yeah, and take it there. Again, we are here.
We should actually do that.
No, we
can shoot a special there, right there, and have bottles of all the different amazing bottles, and then we pop a couple of LNs.
Archie, we're doing it. Yeah. Start. Bordeaux next year, baby.
Yeah, we open for donations for that, you know.
You feel me? Come on.
I don't know how we're going to pay for it.
But it's been super fantastic. I'm super excited about next year. You know, and I say that all of us need to dig deep. We need to dig deeper into our greatest fears. Because once you conquer your fear, man, anything is possible.
But you know what's been beautiful about meeting you, and I feel like people need to know your plans. You know, people just know Thato as the guy on TV. They don't know what you're doing, man. Yeah. They don't know all the beautiful things, all the things that you hold close, you know, the foundation. They don't know about that. I think you need to tell more people about what you're doing as well. So, you know, you gave us a kind of like a brief of 2021, but maybe let's let the people know what we are going to be doing.
It's gonna be super. One, it's a wine that is going to be created in collaboration with you to help cancer patients. To build a hospital. Yeah. Someone was saying that it's a highly ambitious project, and I said, if it's ambition, me and ambition are very good friends, right? Because it's also about sustainability and impact. If we are saying that we want to grow Africa, we need to think differently, do things differently. And through these types of conversations, and supporting each other as business individuals, I believe that we'll be able to achieve much bigger things.
Yeah.
Right. So I want to say Happy New Year to every single individual out there who's ever supported us in every single thing that we've ever done.
Yeah, man.
You know, and I look forward to seeing them.
Yep.
You know, but you married, I guess, so that ladies must know, because they might get very thirsty and think that they can just.
How did we jump from all the amazing?
No,
things to-
Mana, people will say in 2021 my plan is to get married, and then someone might be watching this video now and saying that I want to marry that guy. Oh, he's. I can't say Baba Mbara, you know. No, let not nyetse.
Well, that train is long past.
Yeah.
But it's a beautiful thing, man. It's that's another thing that I think we need to celebrate more. You know, as young, happy, good black families.
Yeah.
You know, I grew up in a single mother family.
Yeah.
And I don't take for granted the opportunity I have today to raise my kids.
Okay.
And we also not spoken very well about as black men. You know, we need to be proud. I mean, present fathers are the
Yeah,
shit,
gents, it's
you know.
a lot of us.
And there's a lot of us,
There's
but
a lot of
yet
us, yeah.
we're still stuck in that past generation. Yes, there's a few that are still failing us, but I think we are doing fairly well. When I look around and I look at my friends and I'm like, wow, gents, this is beautiful. We're celebrating family as a
Lata,
whole.
You've closed it. There's a program we have in the foundation called The Boy Without Identity. We'll talk more about it.
Yeah.
Because it's also targeted at young men. We launched it at TUT in 2018. We had about 120 young boys.
Yeah.
And then later on started a program called Hug a Boy. You know, because how many of us grew up and our father just never hugged us? So in that program, you know, I chat to young boys and then we converse.
Hey, man, you want to make me cry. The first time I felt a fatherly hug, I even have a picture of that I'll show you.
Yeah.
Was 3 years ago. It was my uncle's birthday.
Yeah.
And he gave me a hug. And somebody took a picture of that. That's the first time I actually felt a proper fatherly hug.
That thing
And I
is
have
very
that. I'll show you the
impactful.
picture.
You know what? Let's actually go. Let's go talk about this outside, ladies and gentlemen. Conversations over one with Lata and me, Thato Molamu. It was absolutely fantastic. By the way, Muna, I don't know what you put in this wine, but I even remember at the golf after I had a sip, my shot improved.
It's love, man. A lot of love went into these bottles.
Okay. Let's cheers to everyone.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers. Happy New Year, man.
Happy New Year. We can't say it with confidence, you know. Like, Happy New Year. Yes, that happy silent, like New Year.
See you on the other side, everybody.